Hello everyone, Jet Rose here to bring a message to you. Yesterday was Monday, January 13th, and it was the full moon, the wolf moon, the full moon, wolf moon. Today is Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. Yesterday was January 13th, 2025, with our full moon, wolf moon, first full moon of this calendar year of 2025. So anyways, I was just resting. We are still in those energies of that full moon. Those energies come in a few days before and linger a few days after. So that full moon was very significant also because the full moon and Mars, the full moon, actually had an eclipse of Mars, or there was an eclipse for Mars. So, and that doesn't happen for that's another significant thing. It doesn't happen for many, many years. So that was something very significant that happened yesterday. And we have lots of significant happenings for planetary alignments this month. So on January 25th, we have seven. Right now we're going to have six. Right now we've got 6 planets that are lining up, and then on January 25th will be 7 planets. So we have a lot of this year for 2025. We have lots of major planets that are moving. They are slow planets. I've talked about this in some past videos, but they're slow planets that don't change signs for many years. So like Pluto, we just had that go into Aquarius on November 19th of 2024. So Pluto is a very slow moving planet, and that doesn't move but every 32 years. So Pluto just went into Aquarius, so we're in the more of this Aquarian sign of Aquarius, the Aquarian age, that new Earth. So also we this year March 25th or March 30th, I don't have my notes here, but anyways, we will have Neptune, another very slow moving planet, moves every 13 to 14 years, will be moving into the sign of Aries, a fire sign. So here, this 2025 is major planets that are moving, and so just keeping our eyes on those stars, and everything plays a very significant part. What's happening here, Mother Earth. So because when you go back in history and look when the last time these planets have moved or shifted, look at the times that these significant things happen. So we are in these very significant times. So bringing forth a message for the full wolf moon. So we're going to start off. I've sprayed at where I'm at. I can't burn sage, but so I spray my sage. I make up a spray sage. I burn sage and stuff, clear that air. But we will bring in my beautiful turtle rattles. These are very significant little rattles. I love these, made by a very special man. There's a special story about these 2 rattles. So these 2 rattles, bringing in this turtle medicine, and the turtle shell represents that moon cycle, the 13 moon cycle. So the turtle shell is a calendar, and that 13 moon cycle, the 28-day cycle, it's feminine. So that feminine energy following that beautiful moon. So we're going to clear the air. We're going to do clearing of the air with this beautiful rattles. So Great Spirit Creator, bring in and clear the air here even more. We're going to bring in that beautiful divine love that we flow through. We flow through our heart. We're bringing out that beautiful grandmother moon and bringing in beautiful messages. And so clear that air. So the beautiful 13 moons, the turtle representation of that feminine. So the message that I was looking at, I was looking at because the full moon was on January 13th. And so I was looking in my book, Walking the Red Road, 365 Days Walking the Red Road by Terri. And so I was like, okay, well, let's see what January 13th message was. But the ancestors, the guides are like, no, that's not we're not supposed to look at that day. We're supposed to look at January 12th, which was Sunday. And looking at that. And so I'm like, okay, so January 12th, honor the sacred, honor the earth, our mother, honor the elders, honor all with whom we share the earth. Four-legged, two-legged, winged ones, swimmers, crawlers, plant and rock people, walk in balance and beauty. Anonymous Native American Elder. Walk in balance and beauty. Honoring the sacred. Sacred white buffalo calf that was born last year, 2024. We had a white buffalo calf born. Honoring the earth and our mother, honoring the elders, honor all with whom we share the earth. Four-legged, two-legged, winged ones, swimmers, crawlers, plant and rock people, walk in balance and beauty. Anonymous Native American Elder. That walking in the balance and beauty, honoring everyone, honoring our elders, honoring ourselves, taking that time for rest. You know, so we're in the winter here in the northern hemisphere, and so going in and honoring yourself, slowing down, becoming that bear in the cave, you know, and nurturing yourself, nurturing your body, you know, taking that time for rest, taking that time to honor yourself. You should honor yourself every day. Taking care of yourself, because when we can take care of our body and take care of ourselves, we can take care of our elders. We can take care of our elders. We can take care of our children, or our family, and our friends, and then, you know, taking care of our community, and then taking care of Mother Earth, right? So honoring yourself, nurturing yourself, slowing down, eating those good foods, you know. This time of the year, I'm not very hungry. Like, I don't eat a whole lot. I like to I eat a lot of berries. So I love you know, those berries, those, you know, strawberries, blueberries, you know, elderberries, you know. I love eating a lot of that stuff. I don't eat a lot in the wintertime. I don't really eat a lot per se anyways, but I eat light, because my body, that's what it requires, that's what I require. Listen to your body, and listen to what it needs and what it's calling for. Drink lots of water, good water. Make sure you're drinking good water, lots of water. So honoring that. And so then when I was looking at that, that message for January 12th, you know, honoring Grandmother Moon, you know, honoring that feminine, honoring the balancing of the masculine and the feminine, honoring that within you. You know, I have black and white. It's that masculine and feminine energy. We balance this out. And honoring, you know, I was drawn to wear my bee shirt today, because honoring that bee, that sacred bee, that bee is very sacred. So honoring that, honoring yourself, honoring both sides, your masculine and your feminine. So I was drawn to January 12th of honoring Mother Earth, honoring our elders, honoring our family, honoring our relatives, honoring our ancestors. But it says here, did you know? For many Native American tribes, certain colors hold specific and sacred meanings. For example, to the Cherokee, red and black are two cardinal colors worn at many ceremonies and dances. Red represents the east and black the west. White is for south, while blue symbolizes the north. So when I saw that, I was like, I was reading it, and then I looked over and I looked at my hat. Okay, I love hats. I'm not wearing a hat today, but I do really love hats. Ever since I was little, I've always been drawn to hats. And there was a movie that I watched when I was young. It was a Western movie. I don't remember the name of it, but I just remember that in the movie there is this medicine man, and he was a native, and he was helping. It was a Western. I don't know who was in it, but anyways, so he was native, and he was wearing a top hat with these feathers on it, and I mean, just I when I saw him, I was like, oh my gosh, I fell in love with like that, like medicine man, you know. I was like, he was wearing this top hat, and I fell in love with hats since I was little. So when I was reading this, and then I looked over at my hat, which is a top hat, I was looking at the feathers that is on my hat. And so my hat, this is one of my hats. I have a lot of hats, but this is one of my hats. So this is a top hat. My feathers on here are black and red. So just put it on for you like that, you know. So I have my top hat here. So, but yeah. So when I was reading this, and I looked over and I was looking at the colors of my feathers, and so that those colors, and the red, the black, white, white and black is significant for, you know, your balance. Is that balance, right? And I was thinking of the past couple years. You know, I was gifted I was gifted a jacket, a black jacket with these beautiful roses on the back. I was gifted this beautiful, and that was gifted to me by a beautiful grandmother from Canada. And I was gifted this beautiful red scarf. It's a shawl. It's a shawl, but I was gifted this by my beautiful sister, spirit sister, and so red is a sacred color. Red is a sacred color for a great spirit. For a great spirit to recognize. Great spirit recognizes the color red, sees red, but also represents so much more for many things, you know. So anyways, so the colors, and when I was reading that, and I was looking at my top hat, which my top hat is purple, so it's purple. Purple represents that great spirit creator, and so very significant on our colors. And so then I was guided, so I was thinking of the top hat, you know, and I was guided because today is January 14th, 2025, and when I was looking at it, so we are in January, so the starts off with a reading of Red Road Lesson 1. The Good Red Road. Originally, the term the Red Road or the Good Red Road was used by the Plains people to signify one's righteous relationship with their divinity. When one walks the Red Road, one is living within the rules of the Creator, living a life of truth, friendship, respect, spirituality, and humanitarianism. Today, the phrase is shared by numerous people all over the world. Walking that red road, walking the good red road. Red, that sacred color, the sacred color of the red road, walking that. And so I was guided to being in harmony and balance with Mother Earth. That's part of walking the red road. Honoring those animals, honoring everything as being sacred. Honoring your body. Your body is sacred. Your body is a sacred temple. Your body is what holds your heart and your soul. So honoring that, and this is the time that we honor ourselves. We honor our who we are. We go within, we honor who we are, and then we honor those in our life. We honor our friends. We honor, we are living in our truth and friendship, respect, spirituality, doing humanitarianism, being out there and giving, you know, doing that work. And so I think those were very significant with this wolf moon. The wolf moon, grandmother moon, the wolf moon, the wolf. The wolf is the wolf is very significant. All animals play big part in everything. And that wolf is that wolf pack, that pack of wolves. And if you watch how they interact with each other, if you've watched any animal, I'm learning and watching the eagles. I'm at a place where I have been guided to. I was guided to by Great Spirit Creator to go to this place where I can be with eagles every day and watch eagles and watch how they soar and watch what they do. And it's very significant because I'm learning many things from those animals. And I've been watching animals ever since I was little, because when I was little, I literally, when I could walk, I walked out the back door and walked into the woods. There was woods back there behind the house, many acres of woods. And as soon as I could walk out that door, I was out in the woods every day when I could be. And I was with the animals. I slept in trees. I talked to the trees, I hugged those trees. And I slept with the animals, and I slept with the trees, and I watched everything. And I was learning and talking. And someone asked me, they're like, do you think that eagles can telepathically talk to each other? And I'm like, of course, right? You can telepathically talk to each other, to animals, and you can telepathically talk. We have that ability, we have that capability. So I know by being there and watching those eagles and listening to those eagles, they can, I can tell. I walked out onto to observation deck, and I've been watching this eagle, the pair that sits down in a tree just down the block, and I know when I call her Miss Eagle, but I know when it's that Miss Eagle down in that tree. I know when she flies by the way she flies. I know how she goes out over the river and how she flies and how she comes in, and I know how she goes down to the tree. And I know it's her when she's flying in the air, because the way she flies. I've picked that up, and I've noticed that, like how she flies, where she goes. I've noticed how she does that. And I've noticed and listened to all the other birds and all the other eagles, and I've listened to them. And they all have a personality. People are like, oh, they're just a bird. No. Every animal is sacred. Every animal has its own personality. Every animal has got its soul. So people that think that they're just a bird, they're not. So going into that, watching, everything is sacred. Watching those animals, listening to those animals, watching the fish, watching how everything is, watching those trees. So learning, respecting. And I think this wolf, grandmother wolf moon, is about that respect. And the wolf is about humility and being humble. In the 7 grandfather teachings, the wolf is humility, being humble, walking in humility, being thankful and grateful for your family and your friends. We are not above each other, we're not below each other. We are all in this together. We are in here together as one, as a unity. And we may be different levels of where we're at in our healing, but we're not above each other and we're not below each other. We each hold a piece of the puzzle of who comes into our life, who is in our life, because we each hold a piece of a puzzle to our healing. We each hold a piece of a puzzle to walking together in unity, bringing forth that rainbow tribe that is coming together to unite. We each hold a piece of the puzzle and stepping up and being together in unity. So I believe this is that message that is coming through for the wolf, because the wolf, there's lone wolves out there. The wolf is being independent, but coming together in family, coming together in that pack, coming together, honoring. The wolf honors the elder. The wolf honors and respects each other. And one thing another thing, wolf. Wolf has been with me for a long time. And the raven. That raven, I tell you, the raven and the wolf work together. That raven, I love that raven. The raven and wolf work together. So the ravens will be flying and they'll find something dead, right? They'll find a dead animal or something. And if it's not, if it's all whole and stuff and it can't get into it, then the raven calls to the wolf. And it calls and talks to the wolf. And the wolf will come in and it will tear apart and open that up. And then they both can eat. The raven and the wolf can eat. And then that is also open for everything else to be able to come in and eat. For the eagle to come in and eat. Because the eagle does, the eagle is not only just eating a fish, out of the river or lake or whatever. They eat on, whatever they can find that's dead, So that raven and the wolf work together so they can open it up, but it's also then feeding other animals. It's feeding everything else. So working together in balance and harmony. There is a picture I saw, South Africa, in Africa. There's a picture I saw in Africa. So many months, no rain. And then all of a sudden the rains come. And the water, the lakes fill up. All the animals, the lions, the bears, or the lions and the giraffes and the hyenas, everything are thirsty. They haven't had water for a long time. It rains and that water is filling up those lakes and those streams. And I saw this picture of all the animals coming together. Balance, harmony, coming together in unity to come to that lake to drink. There might be a little bit, where after a bit, then they're like, oh, you kind of, whatever. But they all were together drinking side by side, drinking that water. Water is life. So that walking in that balance and that harmony, respecting everybody and each other, being in that humility, being humble, and giving thanks for each time you wake up in the morning and each time you go to sleep at night, giving thanks to Great Spirit Creator for that day of beginning and that day of rest at the end of the night. Giving thanks to Creator, Great Spirit, and our ancestors for bringing people into our life that opens up a new door, opens up a new way, opens up more understanding of who we are. Goes a little deeper into some of that healing we need to do. And sometimes in the moment, you don't understand, because you're in a spot of healing, because we're here to heal. We're here to heal ourselves. We're here to heal our past lives. You're here to heal our ancestors. But we're here to heal all of that. But sometimes wherever you're at in that place of healing, sometimes there's some things that happen that we don't realize until we have a moment to sit back and look at things. When we have a moment to sit back and see things, when we look back at those moments of what happened and we've healed some more, we realize what we've done or what has happened. And being humble and understanding and saying that that you're sorry for things in the moments that you've done or said or whatever. That being together in unity, to come together in unity. And so knowing and seeing what is in the stars, and the beautiful sacredness of the bee. That bee, the honey, is sacred. Honey is not something that spoils. It has been found in Egyptian tombs when they've opened up the tomb, and there has been honey with the mummy. The honey may be crystallized, but it never rots. Honey is actually been around for thousands of years. It is the most sacred medicine that there is. Honey. Honey is antibacterial, antifungal, and it also heals turtles. Turtles they use when down in Florida there's a place called the Turtle Hospital. When turtles are injured, their shell gets cracked. The way that they can heal that is if they take honey and they put it into that crack of the shell, and it's antibacterial, antifungal, and it helps that turtle heal its shell. So honey is very, very sacred. Honey is the top sacred medicine there is. And the bee is sacred. And the honeybee is sacred. And so honoring each thing that we have in our life. So I think the message that Great Spirit, Creator, and our ancestors is saying is that walking this path, being in that red road, walking that red road, the red road of being in your the good red road was used by the Plains people to signify one's righteous relationship with their divinity. Being in that divine flow of love, being in that divine flow of the Great Spirit Creator, being in that divine flow of the Mother Earth, being in balance and harmony with her, with yourself, with all relations. And when that is out of balance, we have chaos and destruction. We have many things that are happening in this world right now, in this world today. So, who is part of your wolf pack? Who is the ones that are there for you? Who are the ones that are there in times of chaos? Who would be the ones there that if something were to happen, what are they there in good times and bad? Are they there in the chaos or are they only there in the good? This is the time where our packs, our tribes are coming, and our tribes need to unite, and the tribes are coming together to unite. The Rainbow Warrior Tribe. The Rainbow Warrior Tribe, who are the ones that are going to stand up for Mother Earth? Who are the ones that are going to stand up for humanity? Who are the ones that are going to stand up against many things that are coming? That's the question. Who is going to be there? What knowledge do you have? What skills and gifts do you have? Not everyone knows how to fish. Not everyone knows how to grow a garden. Not everyone knows how to do certain things. But each one of us holds a piece to the puzzle. for your community, for your everyone to come together. Each one holds a piece to the puzzle. What you can do. That was a message that I was like, okay, I was needed to read this. I needed to read that. Also, I was like, since I was little and I loved hats, right? And so the top hat. So I was like this medicine man that I seen in the movie, that I loved the hat. I fell in love with hats and stuff. So I had to look up. I was like, okay, it was. I don't know the name of the movie. I was like, okay, any chiefs or any native men or native someone that wears a top hat. And actually was interesting because my ancestors, the chiefs, talking about the chiefs, led me to a man who is Arapaho. His name is Bird Chief, and he is Arapaho, which is Algonquin. And so his name was Bird Chief. And so I was talking about birds, right? And so I didn't get a chance to really read a whole lot about him, but my understanding is that the Algonquin, they were down in Oklahoma or something, it sounds like. He trying to get the picture to get big here. Anyways, so he was down in Oklahoma is a little bit of what I read. But anyway, so here's a picture of him, Bird Chief. So the Bird Chief, and so medicine man, Bird Chief. So that was very interesting, and also looking when I looked that up, the Algonquin, the Arapaho tribe, the colors are black and red. So this is the ancestors of the chiefs. This is what's coming up. Like, so Algonquin, the Arapaho, their colors were black and red that I came across. I didn't really get a chance to read a whole lot about it yet, but anyways, so another interesting thing is those colors, and red coming through again, that sacred color. So anyway, so I was drawn to also bring forth a message from it's called the Earth Warriors deck by Alana Fairchild. Isn't that a beautiful picture? I mean, just look at that. The artwork is amazing. The artwork is amazing. And so Earth Warriors, because when I was reading that, it was about honoring Mother Earth, honoring those sacred animals. And so we're going to see what the Earth Warriors have to say. Ooh. So, all right. These messages, every message that I've brought through, you can't, it's being stressed. It's being stressed ever since November 19th of 2020, when that Buffalo card came out. She's getting stronger. I mean, I've done these videos, and so the card that came out, 44, White Buffalo Woman. Look at that beautiful card. White Buffalo Woman, hopeful heart, see her sign. And it's just beautiful. It's got feathers on there. Oh my gosh. So looking at this, it's got these are feathers here. Her throat chakra is lit up. Her third eye chakra is lit up. Get the buffalo on there. So card 44. So, white buffalo calf woman. We know white buffalo calf woman. If you don't know a white buffalo calf woman, you gotta look her up. So 44 is actually the last card in the deck. The 44 is the last card in the deck. So just a little bit about, it's quite a long reading, so I'm just gonna see what it says here. Hopeful heart, see her sign. Have hope, for you have hope. For you are have hope, for you are pure of heart. And white buffalo woman appears as the divine sign of rebirth and harmony. She is the way shower who lives as one with Great Spirit. She teaches the practices that will free and empower us all. She heralds the birth of the divine upon a new earth. You are held in her heart, and you will recognize her beautiful grace of spirit in your own. This signifies hope and reunion after a challenging or dark time. There will be harmony and a coming together in sacred purpose after putting pain or conflict behind. A birth of something pure and true shall happen under the auspicious of Great Spirit. Forgive yourself and others and lay claim to the purity and goodwill that is your heart's true nature. Spiritual blessing is bestowed. All your actions are in accord with heaven. Complete release and renewal shall take place. The good and true will triumph in the end. Have faith, for your prayers are being answered. Keeping faith and hope in those prayers, keeping faith and hope in this vision of the Rainbow Tribe. White Buffalo Woman is a symbol of the rebirth and spiritual promise. The story of her coming tells of two young men who witnessed her divine radiance. One watched with appropriate awe, whilst the other simply desired White Buffalo Woman's body and stretched his hands out to touch her. His disrespect cost him his life as lightning struck him down, just as the correct recognition afforded the other man spiritual blessing. White Buffalo Woman evokes the restoration of the sacred. She demands respectful relationship with each other and requires that we each assume our rightful place in the community, which means not discounting your talents or trying to take a place by force. For those of us attempting to awaken higher values in closed hearts that are unwilling to shift from more self-serving ways. White Buffalo Woman brings a message of divine justice. The divine is not limited to what we think is going to work. It is powerful in ways that are beyond human comprehension. It is able to enact divine law and elicit restoration even when the wonder if it's all falling apart before our eyes. This doesn't mean that we give up our fight, but rather that we are renewed with optimism and enthusiasm to embrace our journey with the greatest ally working alongside us. We find comfort knowing that Great Spirit is with us, not doing for us, but neither turning away from us in our need. We feel a more peaceful trust in the ultimate success of our purpose. For no matter how many twists and turns the path takes, behind and in front of every unexpected obstacle, Great Spirit is present. Behind every at first unwanted adversary through which we develop an important skill or deepen our unconditional reliance and trust in the divine, Great Spirit is there. For those of us that love the light and labor with great passion and perseverance, we need legitimate signs of hope to help us keep the faith in our progress and trust in the value of our contribution, for the evidence of good works is not always seen straight away. That the spiritual worlds love us enough to send us saviors is a testament to just how closely we are held and known in the divine heart. These divine beings help us when we are struggling to make the transition into the next stage of our spiritual evolution. Individually and collectively, Savior beings are our spiritual midwives, the birthing mothers and protective fathers who are guiding the human collective into spiritual maturity. White Buffalo Woman brings you the saving grace to progress spiritually and to know in your heart and soul that you shall see the sacred restored to its rightful place and spiritual harmony between heaven and earth. White Buffalo Woman, White Buffalo Calf Woman. So every time I get the message, she just keeps coming. White Buffalo Calf Woman. Is because that sacredness. It's because that sacredness that we need to hold. The sacredness of those animals. And look at what's happening with the fires. Look what's happening in Mother Earth. So holding that sacred space for Mother Earth, holding sacred space for our fellow humanity, for our fellow humanity, our fellow, kin, it's just holding that sacred space and praying and knowing that our prayers are being answered, knowing that our prayers that we put out, that we send up, they are being answered. But it's in the universe, I've said this, there is no time. And so we know that though, with those messages coming in, the hope, the faith, knowing that they are being heard, knowing that they are being answered. And this year I've had these visions and they're getting stronger and stronger. And so I've been having these visions of a certain ceremony. And so I have to send out prayers for that a little bit more. But maybe, maybe all of us have this vision. Maybe we're all seeing a vision again of something to make this next level for Mother Earth, to bring in this beautiful new earth. Maybe we all have a vision that we're seeing. I know it's the Rainbow Tribe vision. I know it's that vision that we bring in that unity and stuff, and that is coming through very strong. But I feel like there's another big vision, there's another big something, ceremony coming that we need to do, and it's in the summertime. So I have to send out, and I have to go deep within my heart on that one yet. But everyone, meditate, send out prayers, put down tobacco, send up those prayers. And keep the prayers going. And make sure that we stay pure in our heart. And anything that is in balance, wherever that is not in balance, that's not in peace and harmony, this White Buffalo Calf Woman is saying that she demands respectful relationship with each other and requires that we each assume our rightful place in the community. And not discounting your talents. Each and every one of us has a gift and a talent. Every one of us. It's tapping into that gift and talent. It's tapping into your heart and soul. It's tapping into that because each one of us hold a piece. We each hold a piece. When we come together with those gifts and talents, we're powerful. Can be very powerful. It's all our light coming together into one flame, bringing each piece of our gifts and talents that we have, and bringing it together under one tree, bringing it together, dancing in harmony, bringing it together, bringing it, flowing it, bringing it through, bringing all that light and bringing it and shining it through, dancing under the tree, dancing under this one great beautiful tree. All of us in harmony, all of us all over, all tribes, all nations, all of us dancing under the tree, dancing in harmony, bringing that light, bringing it forth, bringing it through, that fire that we burn within, that we burn in our heart and our soul. We bring this light, we bring it forth. We dance under the tree, we dance in harmony. We unite unto all of us on Mother Earth are bringing it all forth. We're bringing it all forth. We're bringing it all forth. Bringing it all forth. That dance. The dance under that beautiful tree. It's not a normal dance that we all dance. This is a dance that we're bringing forth. It's a dance that we're bringing forth together. But it's not a dance that we all danced. We've danced it before in the past. We've danced it before, our ancient ancestors. We've danced it before, and it's bringing it all together under that beautiful tree. That's a message. That's a message that's coming through. It's a message. It's a vision. It's a message that we all hold in our heart. So don't discount your talents and gifts. Don't discount that there's no hope. Don't discount that our prayers aren't being answered. Don't discount that, because they are. Okay, so bringing those messages, colors, sacred colors, wearing our sacred colors. Red is that sacred, that Great Spirit sees. Great Spirit sees that color, red, notices it. Red is that beautiful sacred color. Purple, we have our medicine wheel colors. We have our beautiful colors that we all hold. We all hold in our DNA and our soul. We have those beautiful colors. Don't discount your colors. Don't discount those colors that we have. They all are represented. They all are a representative of our ancestors. They're all a representative of who we are and where we've been and where we're coming from. We flow that through. We flow it through when we're in that divine space. That divine, we hold that color of the divine. Great Spirit, we hold the color of Great Spirit. And we hold it and we flow it through. So, big messages coming. And that wolf moon. Significant planetaries coming also. So, all right, well, bringing through those messages, and we're going to take a little rattle. Mega Witch, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being in your heart, being in your soul, walking this path, stepping up and walking that red road, healing and healing everything inside. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for all that you are doing in this world. Thank you for stepping up and helping, and thank you for taking that time to heal. And thank you for being you. Because we all play a big significant part in Mother Earth and everything. So each and every one of you have a light to shine. Shine it bright. And be in your heart. And love. It is about that love. The ego. It's about that ego. That love. Those 7 grandfather teachings. Walking that red road. So, Mega Witch, thank you, Creator, Great Spirit, thank you, ancestors, thank you, all the passed on loved ones, thank you for family, friends, and my relations, and thank you for the winged ones and collies and swimmers and rock nation and tree nation, and thank you for the cosmos and the universe, and thank you those star nations. Make a witch for everyone, make a witch for all of you, and I love all of you, all of you. So have a good evening, and thank you again for being here. Peace and love and balance and harmony. Peace and love, balance and harmony. Balance and harmony. Black and white is that balance. That balance and harmony that's within. All right, so we will bring forth another message soon. Peace and love, and thank you for liking, watching, and subscribing. Also, I don't make money on any of this. This is just everything I do for keeping that faith and the hope and the love. Keeping that faith and hope and love. Walking this red road. Make a witch.